The Lucy Show, starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Hi. What's wrong?
Oh!
Well, could I get you something, like maybe a nail to bite?
Lucy, brace yourself. We're without a car again. Old Grover broke down on the way home.
Same old trouble? Did he go chapakata, chapakata, chapakata?
He gave one last chapakata, and I thought he was going to roll over on his side and die. His timer isn't timing right, so you'll have to give the garage $50.
Me? $50? Viv, the car's timing may be bad, but yours is ridiculous.
Now, Lucy, you know our agreement. I make the payments on the car, and you pay for the gas and the repairs.
Where am I going to get $50?
That's your problem.
Oh, boy. Oh, I know. You could give me an advance on next month's rent.
You know I haven't got a cent. My alimony check isn't due for 2 weeks. Where would I find $50?
Well, you could look around. Look around like, say, under your mattress.
No, that money's for the next car payment. And I would... You've been snooping under my mattress.
I was not snooping, I was dusting.
Since when do you dust between the mattress and the springs?
Well, I'm a very fussy housekeeper.
Oh.
Viv, I have a marvelous idea.
I don't want to hear it, she said, firmly clutching her $50.
Now, Viv, you phone the garage, tell them to go ahead and fix the car, and we'll pay for them with your money.
Nothing doing.
Now, Viv, now listen, the first thing Monday morning, I'll go to the bank and I'll ask them to give me an advance on my allowance, and I'll give you your $50 back.
You know how Mr. Barnsdall is. That old tightwad wouldn't advance you a new calendar.
Yeah, but now wait a minute. Yesterday I went by the bank and his secretary said that old penny-pinching Barnsdall was no longer with them.
Where'd she say he went?
I don't know. I was so busy whistling and applauding I didn't even hear her.
Oh, who's going to handle your trust fund now?
The new president, Mr. Theodore Mooney. Oh, I saw him from across the bank and he looked so sweet.
Lucy, you can't tell if a man is sweet from clear across a room.
Well, now, you could tell the Barnsdall was sour clear across town. Come on, Viv, call the garage.
Oh.
Come on. Mr. Mooney. Mooney. It's such a nice name. Mooney, Mooney. Sounds like money.
Mr. Mooney?
Oh, yes, Miss Tanner.
Well, you know you have an appointment with Mrs. Lucy Carmichael.
Carmichael. Oh, yes, right here on my calendar, yes.
Mr. Mooney.
Yes.
Well, about Mrs. Carmichael, well, there are some things you should be warned about. Told about.
Thank you, Miss Tanner. That won't be necessary. Mr. Barnsdall already filled me in. He left me a little memo. 27 pages.
27 pages?
Single space. I could hardly put it down last night. Apparently, this woman will stop at nothing to get money from the bank. You know, it says here, she will threaten, wheedle, cajole, cry, implore, jolly, and even stage tantrum.
Oh, it's true.
Well, I think she will find that she has met her match in Theodore Mooney.
Here she is.
Thank you. Mr. Mooney?
Yes?
I'm Lucy Carmichael. I believe we have an appointment.
Mrs. Carmichael? Mrs. Carmichael, just a moment. Mrs. Carmichael, please, sit down. Are you comfy?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Mrs. Carmichael, I have certainly been looking forward to meeting you.
Well, I've certainly been looking forward to meeting you, too.
You know, Mrs. Carmichael, we have something in common.
You flunked arithmetic, too?
No. Our sons are in the same class at school.
Oh, well, it's a small world, isn't it?
Mrs. Carmichael, I don't want you to look on me as your banker. Think of me as your friend. Now, if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Well, as a matter of fact, there is a little something you could do for me.
Anything at all.
I'd like to have $50.
I see. It's that simple. All I have to do is advance you $50 on your next month's allowance.
Yes, it's that simple. Could I have it?
No.
I told Mrs. Bagley that you were sweet, but... No.
No.
But you don't even know why I need it.
It doesn't matter.
Look, Mr. Mooney, I don't think you understand. You see, we took the $50 for the next car payment to pay for the repairs. So if you don't give me $50, we're going to lose the car.
Oh, my, that was bad planning.
Well, if that's your final answer.
It is.
Mr. Meany, you're a Mooney. I mean, Mooney, you're a meanie. Are you going to let me have that money or aren't you?
No, I am not.
Mooney is a meanie. Mooney is a meanie.
Mrs. Carmichael, please.
Mooney is a meanie. Mooney is a
Mrs.
meanie.
Carmichael.
Mooney is a meanie.
Please, Mrs. Carmichael, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you can save $25 out of your allowance, I will match it with another $25.
How could I possibly save $25 out of my allowance?
Economize. Put yourself on a budget. Do away with all your fripperies.
We have already economized so much that our idea of a frippery is day-old bread.
That is my offer. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Hi, girl. Did you finish all your errands?
Yes, it sure is nice to have old Grover back again.
Yeah.
How'd things go at the bank? Did you get the money?
Yeah, I got the money. Sort of.
You didn't get it.
Sort of.
Somehow that last sort of rings a whole lot truer.
Now, Dad, there's no need to worry. Mr. Mooney is going to give me $25 if I can show him that I can save $25 out of my allowance.
You save money out of your allowance?
Well, you sound like I never have.
You haven't.
Well, then this will be the first time.
Oh.
Now, I have lots of plans for economizing. Look at this.
What's that?
That's a do-it-yourself barber kit. You've got to be kidding. Not at all. From now on, it's free haircuts for everybody. Jerry, come here, honey. Come on down here.
Lucy, you don't know anything about barbering.
It says right here, anyone who can comb hair can cut hair.
That doesn't mean a thing. Anyone who can dig a hole can fall in it. What do you want, Mom?
Next.
Oh, I can't bear to watch this.
Huh? Come on, honey. I have a home barber kit, and from now on, I'm going to cut your hair at home.
Not your only son.
Get in the chair.
Oh, Mom.
Get in the chair. Well, sir, haven't seen you in my shop for some time. Now, how would you like your hair cut?
By somebody else.
Never mind. All the other barbers are busy. Now, sit around. Sit up straight. Jerry, stop wiggling now. Come on. Jerry.
I got out your door. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Arnold. Come on, I want you to meet my mother. Mom, Arnold is a new boy in our class.
Well, hi, Arnold. Jerry will be right with you as soon as I cut his hair. Come on.
Arnold, would you like to take my place?
Well, Now, you would be something of a challenge at that. Would you like to have me cut your hair, Arnold?
Do you give lollipops?
Well, do you wiggle?
No.
I give lollipops.
Okay.
Get up there. Here we are.
Thank goodness. I'll be out in the yard, Arnold.
Yeah, well, you're next, buddy. Now, sir, let's see what we have here. What do you think of that football game Saturday? It's quite a team they have there, don't you think? I'll bet you that team, bet you that Notre Dame can make the World Series. They're wearing their hair kind of close cropped this year. There, now it's all evened up. Arnold, do you ever play cowboys and Indians?
I'm always one of the Cowboys.
Well, next time, be an Indian.
I can't stand it any longer. I've got to see what you're doing to Jerry.
Lucy, you've changed his face. Vivian, this is Arnold, a new little friend of Jerry's. Would you get him a lollipop, please?
I ought to get him a lawyer.
Here you are, Arnold.
Thanks. Well, I gotta be going.
Wait a minute, honey. Where do you live? Maybe I better drive you home, have a little talk with your folks.
I'm not going home. I'm gonna meet my father at the bank.
Father, bank, new boy in school. Your name wouldn't be Mooney, would it?
Sure, Arnold Mooney.
Arnold Mooney.
Nice work, Lucy.
Well, I gotta go.
Wait a minute. Would you like to stay for dinner, or maybe the weekend, or spend a couple of months? How fast does your hair grow, anyway?
Bye.
Goodbye, Arnold. Hello, finance company. Oh, now, Viv, maybe it isn't that bad. We aren't sure that Mr. Mooney's going to be upset about Arnold's hair.
We aren't.
We are. First thing tomorrow morning, I better get down to the bank and apologize.
Yes, you better, because if you lose that car, you're going to lose a good tenant, not to mention your best friend.
I've got to talk to you.
Oh, no. It's you, the scalper.
Mr. Mooney, I came to apologize.
Well, I was hoping you'd come here to hold us up. Then we could at least shoot it out.
Now, sir, I don't blame you for being a little upset.
Upset? I'm not upset. Now, just get out of here and never darken my vault again.
But you just got to give me a few minutes to explain.
Now, Mrs. Carmichael, you... Joe! Don't! Why did you do that?
Because we are not leaving this room until you give me time to tell you my side of the story.
We are not leaving this room until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
What do you mean by that?
We're locked in.
We're not.
We are.
But that's impossible.
Oh, no, it isn't. It's a time lock. It works automatically.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Somebody must have the combination. Somebody on the outside must know how to open it.
Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of it? Somebody can open it from the outside.
Well, of course. Who has the combination?
I have.
Boy, talk about bad planning.
Wait a minute. That is a new lock. I sent a copy of the combination to the president of our New York office. They must be getting in touch with him right now.
Oh, good.
Oh, yes. Now, let's see. He'd get that combination this morning because I mailed the letter last night, you see. I made a special delivery, registered, return receipt, request... Oh, no!
Well, I guess we're stuck. Well, we'll just have to make the best of it. At least we can talk. You know, this will give us a good chance to get to know each other better.
I know you better than I want to already.
What time is it? How long have we been in here?
3 hours and 37 minutes. It's 6:15.
6:15? Why did you have to tell me that?
Well, you asked me.
Yeah, but now my stomach knows it's dinner time.
I know, I'm hungry, too.
Oh. Wait, I forgot my groceries.
Groceries?
Yeah.
What? You... Take an napkin. Bottle brush. Beef.
Baked beans.
Beef! Beans! Beef!
Yeah, boy.
Knowing you, I'll bet you didn't bring a can opener.
No, I didn't. Oh, wait, we're in luck. Macaroni.
Uncooked macaroni?
Well, it's all we've got. Gee, I've never eaten uncooked macaroni either.
Hi.
Not bad. Have some?
Never. Must you chew so loudly?
It's a little difficult to chew uncooked macaroni softly. Guess I'll save the rest for later.
Thank goodness.
Oh, you want to play poker?
Poker? Do you have a deck of cards?
Well, they're children's cards. They belong to my little boy. I bought them at the store today. It's a game called Who's in the Barnyard?
Who's in the barnyard?
Yeah, but I think we can adapt them for poker. Here, give him a good shuffle, and I'll clear off the table.
I'll take 2.
One, 2. I'll play these. I'll bet 5,000.
$5,000 it is, and I'll raise you 20,000.
I'll see you. And raise you 50,000.
50,000 it is. I call.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. 3 piggies and 2 bunnies.
Just a moment. Four little lambs and a billy goat and Billy Goat.
Pardon me, that is still the bank's money.
Oh, I forgot we were playing for fun. Oh, dear.
Oh, I am so hungry. How was that macaroni anyway?
Well, plain but filling.
Yeah. Could you let me have just a little? I'd like to try it.
Sure.
All right.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you. Not bad. Not bad at all. Won't you join me?
No, I'm saving mine.
Oh.
Here, I'll divide it.
Oh,
Some for you, some for me.
all right.
One for you and one for me. One for you and one for me. One for you and one for me. One for you and one for me.
You're taking all the big ones.
One for you and one for me. One for you and one for me.
I was just making sure your macaroni was safe.
Now, Mr. Mooney, I know you for your real self. You are a macaroni snatcher.
Just give me one little bit. A taste.
Who's rich now, Mr. Mooney?
Please, just one piece of macaroni. One delicious, mouth-watering morsel.
We divvied up and you ate your share.
Mrs. Carmichael, you are toying with a starving man. I demand a portion of your provision.
One more step and I'll shout, I'll yell,
yeah?
I'll scream, I'll eat up all the macaroni, that's what I'll do, I'll eat it all up. I'll eat all this macaroni up myself.
Don't do anything rash.
Wait a minute, I got an idea. What am I bid for this nice, fresh, plump piece of macaroni?
$5.
$5, do I hear 10? Yes, I hear 10 back there.
Where?
Do I hear...
15.
15. Do I hear 20? What's that? Oh, the owner has instructed me that I should sell these as a matching pair. Now, do I hear $20? Do I hear 20?
20.
20. Do I hear 30?
30.
Do I hear 40?
40.
40. Now, gentlemen, have you inspected the quality of this macaroni? The roundness, the texture, and the nutrition. Each piece in itself is a meal.
$50.
$50 sold to the hungry-looking gentleman below. $50, please.
$50.
The door is opening!
We're free!
Lucy, please, Viv, I'm on television. Oh.
Pardon me, please. Pardon me, please.
Oh, well,
Mrs. Carmichael, could you tell me exactly how this thing happened?
Oh, are you a reporter?
Yes, I am.
Oh, well, actually, it was all my fault. I did the dumbest thing. You see, I wanted to talk to Mr. Mooney in private. So without realizing what I was doing when I got in there, I closed the door. Yes, I did, Viv. I closed the door like that.
Mr. Mooney is still in there.
Oh, no! He didn't come out.
Don't
Oh, no! Mr. Mooney!
starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Is that you, Chris?
No, it's me.
Oh, I was expecting Chris.
Lucy,
What?
by any chance, has there been anything in a paper lately about the surface of the Earth gradually tilting?
No, why?
Well, I'll swear that hill from the market up to this house gets steeper every year.
Where you been so long?
Oh, I stopped by the malt shop. Had a marshmallow sundae.
Oh, a marshmallow sundae. Viv, I thought you were on a diet.
I am. I had to have something to give me the strength to climb that Matterhorn.
Oh.
Say, I saw Chris at the malt shop.
Oh?
She was with Ted Mooney Jr. again.
Oh, you know, I'm glad Chris is having dates with Ted.
He's a nice boy.
Yeah, he sure is. You know, I may be forced to go to the bank and tell Mr. Mooney that I finally found something I like about him, his son.
Oh, Ted certainly is an improvement over that Chuck Gibbons.
Every time I think of Chuck, I see him hunched over in our kitchen with the light of the refrigerator shining in his face.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, dear.
Oh, the most wonderful thing has happened.
What?
You'll never believe it.
What?
Ted Mooney and I are going steady.
Ted, and you are going whaty?
Steady. I'm wearing the class ring that makes it official, see? Oh, gee, Mom, this is the most thrilling moment of my life. Aren't you excited?
Dumbfounded is the word.
Well, don't you think you're a little young, Chris, to be going steady?
Oh, Mother, don't be old-fashioned. All the girls at school go steady. And, Mom, Ted and I have so much in common. We both like the same hootenanny singers, we both wear Beethoven sweatshirts, and we both do our homework listening to Dave Brubeck's jazz combo.
Well, Univac couldn't have come up with a more ideal...
Oh, wait till the girls see us tomorrow. They'll flip.
My little chick has flown the coop.
Oh, now, Lucy. To a boy and girl in high school, there is nothing quite as temporary as going steady. It'll last a week, 2 weeks, then it'll all be over.
But well, what if it isn't? They go steady, and then they get engaged, and then they get married, and the next thing you know, they... I'm too young to be a grandmother. Oh, girl. I just can't believe it. Chris going steady.
Oh, now, Lucy, I think you're taking this thing much too seriously. They're just kids. It's puppy love.
Puppy love. That was a ring he gave her, not a dog biscuit. Listen, I'm going over and talk to Mr. Mooney. This is his problem, too.
Now, Mrs. Carmichael, maybe we're getting excited about nothing. A lot of Ted's friends go steady. Doesn't mean a thing. Why, a week from now, Ted and Chris may change their minds and go steady with somebody else.
Well, suppose they don't change their minds. Suppose they keep on going steady, and then they get engaged, and then they get married.
Married? You mean you and I might be related?
That's right.
We have got to do something brass. We'll forbid them to ever see each other again.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll forbid them to see each other again. That... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We may be going at this all wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how teenagers are. They resent parental authority. The minute you tell them not to do something, that's just what they're going to do.
Point well taken. Then how should we go about nipping this thing in the bud?
Reverse psychology, that's what we'll use.
How?
Well, we'll encourage them. We'll tell them we think it's wonderful that they're going steady. And if they care so much about each other, maybe they ought to get married.
But we don't want them to get married.
Oh, I know that. But don't you see, when we tell them to get married, they'll feel that they're in so deep, they'll get scared and call the whole thing off.
Are you sure that's the way teenagers think?
I'm positive. Weren't you ever a teenager?
Of course. What do you think?
Well, I thought maybe one day they opened the bank vault and out you pop. Full stench.
Very amusing.
come. Here they come. Now remember, go in the kitchen and call Mr. Mooney and get ready to go into your act.
Yes, okay, all right.
Hurry up now. Don't forget. Hi, kids.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mrs. Carmichael.
Well, now, don't you be bashful in front of me. You go right ahead.
Come on, Ted, let's go in the kitchen and do our algebra.
Oh, now, why go in the kitchen? Why don't you do your homework in here where you can sit on the divan together? Oh, come now. Closer. After all, you're going steady. That's it. My, what a lovely couple. Go ahead, do your studying.
Mom, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing, darling. Don't pay any attention to me. It's just that the thought of a wedding always makes me cry.
Wedding? Whose wedding?
Oh, you are the sly ones. You're going steady now, so I know it's just a matter of time before you'll be getting married.
Holy cow.
Chris, darling, we should be making plans. You know, it's never too early to start talking about a wedding.
But, Mom, Ted and I are just going steady. Marriage never entered our mind.
Don't worry about a thing, dear. I'll take care of everything. You'll have a big church wedding, and I already have the music picked out. And guess who the soloist is going to be?
Oh.
I love you truly. Now, you see, that's enough, Viv. That's enough, Viv. Okay, Viv, save yourself for the ceremony. It's bad luck for the bride and groom to hear all of the music before the wedding.
Oh, kids, I think this is wonderful news. Congratulations.
Oh, I wonder who that is. Oh, Mr. Mooney, how nice.
Well, I always say if you're going to have a big wedding, do it in style.
Oh, what a marvelous idea, a formal wedding.
Yeah.
Let's have it in June so we can have it out in the garden. A
Yeah.
garden wedding.
We'll invite the entire town.
Oh, that's
Entire
right.
garden. All
right.
That's
Dad.
a fair wedding.
Yeah, and I'll have a bride.
Dad. Dad.
Yes, my boy.
Dad, I've got to talk to you.
I know what you're going to say, and don't worry about it. Everybody gets nervous. I even had some doubts myself before the ceremony.
So did I.
I had my doubts after this ceremony.
Hey, Dad, this whole thing of getting married is a pretty big surprise to me.
Well, it came as a surprise to me, too, but the more I thought about it, the better I liked it. Just think, in no time at all, you'll be presenting me with my first grandchild.
Holy cow!
Oh, say, I just thought of something, Viv. Maybe Chris could wear my wedding dress. What do you think?
I think she could. Just a few alterations here and there.
Yeah,
huh?
it's in a box in the garage. Let's go out and look for it.
All right.
Mr. Mooney, how would you like to come with us? I'm sure the kids have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I can't get married until I get more customers on my paper route.
Look, Ted, before you get panicky, I want to tell you something. This whole Here Comes the Bride kick is one of my mother's schemes.
What?
Our folks are using reverse psychology on us. They don't like our going steady, so they're acting like they want us to get married.
Well, they don't want us to get married.
No. Say, maybe we should use some reverse psychology.
What do you mean?
Well, we'll pretend that we like the idea of getting married and give them a good scare. Now, do what I do.
Yes,
I think it'll work
so.
very well, yeah.
Chris, I think you'll be a perfect dream in my wedding gown.
Well, how are the bride and groom to be getting along?
Oh, fine, Mr. Mooney. And we decided not to go steady anymore.
Oh.
Yes, we really weren't that serious, but after hearing all about the big wedding, we decided we would get married.
Yeah, you see, married?
Oh, we knew you'd be pleased, Mom, and we've got you to thank for the whole idea.
Dad. As long as we're getting married, I figured I'd drop out of school.
Drop out of school! You can't stop your education. How would you get a job?
I work for you at the bank.
You don't know anything about banking.
I got my marksmanship badge at camp last summer. I'll be a bank guard.
Bank guard?
Yeah, boy, I'd sure like to use one of those guns. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, merciful heaven!
Come on, sweetheart. Let's go down to the malt shop and tell all the gang.
Okay, pussycat. Bye, Dad.
Yes, goodbye, Dad.
And now I would like to say a few words to the pussycat's mother.
Well, now, Mr. Mooney, I'm sure that we'll be able to talk them out of this some way, but just as a matter of curiosity, how much is a bank guard's take-home pay?
Mrs. Carmichael, if you just keep on
Lucy, I decided I'd rather sing, oh, promise me that someday you and I...
Oh, shut up!
Oh, Mom.
Yes, dear?
I'm going over to Cynthia's house.
Oh, honey, anything you want to tell me before you go?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, have fun.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Any news?
Ah!
Are they getting married?
Oh, you know as much about it as I do. Chris hasn't said a word.
My goodness, you'd think a girl would tell her own mother whether she's going to get married or not.
Well, you know the teenager's code. When questioned by a parent, only give your name, rank, and serial number. You know, I'm so desperate, I've even stooped to eavesdropping. Chris got a call from Ted, and I hid in the closet.
Oh, my, what?
Well, they did algebra problems for half an hour, and I almost suffocated.
Lucy, is Chris going to spend the weekend with Cynthia?
I don't know. Why?
She borrowed my suitcase. I just wondered.
Well, maybe she is. She didn't say anything to me about it. Oh, look at this, Viv.
What?
The travel folder of Niagara Falls. Isn't this a beautiful picture of Niagara Falls?
Oh, that's very pretty.
Where'd this come from?
I don't know.
Gee, what a beautiful spot. Did Ralph take you to Niagara Falls when you got married?
Are you kidding? He rushed me right from the ceremony to the pawn shop to hawk my wedding ring.
Yeah. Married? Niagara Falls. Viv, this is Chris's travel folder. And your suitcase. Your suitcase. They're going to elope.
Oh, now, Lucy, take it.
Viv, they're going to elope.
Yes, Mrs. Carmichael. Yes, I heard you. Yes, you borrowed a suitcase, and you found a folder about Niagara Falls. Look, this is all circumstantial evidence. It could mean any number of things. Now, I assure you that Ted has gotten over all these silly ideas about marriage. And I want to assure you, too, that I have brought up that boy so that he's not the sort who would sneak off and elope without telling me. Well, as a matter of fact, I see him out in the backyard now carrying a long ladder. Now, that should give you an idea that he's... A long ladder! Don't go away. Don't stay right where you are. Come right over. We've got to stop that elope. But don't panic. Don't panic.
Okay, Mr. Mooney, come on. Hurry up.
All right, hurry up. Rope ladder.
Give me your hand. Okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm all right. Oh, what charming decor. What is this, early Huckleberry Finn?
Well, what do you expect from two little boys?
Oh, my, it's cold up here.
What's the matter?
Why did they build the ceiling so low?
Oh, because they built it for little boys. This is their clubhouse. We're not supposed to be up here.
Then why are we here?
Oh, I already told you, Mr. Mooney, this is the perfect lookout post. Now, they can't possibly elope without us seeing them. Now, look, right over there. That's Chris's window on the second floor, see?
Uh-huh.
And right there is the back door.
Yeah.
Right there is the side door.
Uh-huh.
And this is the road that Ted has to use to drive over here.
Well, I still say we should have locked them in their rooms till they came to their senses.
Well, that is really the wrong psychology.
Oh, I'm getting awfully tired of hearing you use that word. You make me wish that Freud had never been born. It's your turn to go on watch.
Oh. Oh. What time is it?
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Wait till I get hold of that son of mine. If he's going to elope, he could do it at a decent hour. It's your turn to be on watch.
Mr. Mooney, would you stay awake and keep me company?
No. Mrs. Carmichael, just what do you think you're doing?
Cracking nuts.
Where did you get them?
I got them from that squirrel's deep freeze.
Give me some.
No, get your own.
Why didn't you tell me the squirrel was still in there?
You didn't ask me.
Oh.
Oh, look, Mr. Mooney, a little star peeking through that patch of clouds. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. Don't you want to make a wish, Mr. Mooney?
I already did. But you're still here. Yeah, all right. You're still on watch.
I'm having so much fun up here. I didn't want it ever to end.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to shinny down that tree and get that ladder.
Mrs. Carmichael, bank presidents don't shinny.
All right, we'll simply have to wait here until morning, till somebody sees us and comes up and gets us.
Oh, swell, swell.
Snowy. That's all we need.
Well, at least they'll have a white elopement. Mr. Mooney. Stiff.
Mom, what are you doing up in the treehouse?
Chris, you didn't elope last night.
No, Ted and I had no intention of eloping. We were just playing a trick on you because you were using all that reverse psychology.
Oh, have we got a couple of wonderful children?
Mrs. Carmichael, if your fingers ever thaw out, I'm going to strangle you.
What, honey?
I've got to run, Mom. Aunt Viv's driving me to school.
All right, sweetheart. See you later. Bye-bye. I told you, Mr. Mooney. I told you we had nothing. Chris! Chris! Get us down from here! Viv!
Oh, no!
Viv! Jerry!
Mrs. Carmichael! Mrs. Carmichael! What are you...
The Lucy Show, starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Have you boys secured the wigwam cover?
All set, Mr. Mooney.
Oh, good, good. Oh, that's fine, fine, fine. Well, you fellas certainly have done a good job in setting up camp.
Now, when Joe Davis arrives with the rest of the troop, we'll get to work. Fellas, come in. Gather around. Let's get today's activities all lined up. Now then, you know that in order to complete our project on Indian law, we are going to have to learn to shoot a bow and arrow, we're going to learn canoeing, Indian style, and we are going to hunt for Indian relics. Now, is that clear? If we all do that, then Den 8 wins a free trip to the World's Fair.
Dad, you forgot about trekking in the woods.
Tracking in the woods. How could I forget tracking in the woods? That is my specialty. I can find my way out of any woods in the world just by exercising a few simple little tricks. Now, for example, what do we... Oh, come over here to the tree. Come on, fellas, quickly, over here. Now, you see that moss? That tells me that north is that way.
But, Mr. Mooney, according to my compass, north is that way.
That is impossible.
And that isn't even moss.
That isn't even... Oh, well, that explains it. See, it isn't moss. Now, fellas, come around now. We'll get everything stacked up here because when the rest...
Hi, Art.
Oh, hello. Hello, boys. Come on. Right over there. You get everything all lined up there. That's right. Joe. Joe. Mrs. Carmichael, Mrs. Bagley. Where is Joe Davis?
Well, Margaret Davis called last night at midnight and said that Joe couldn't be here because he had to have his appendix out.
And we didn't want to disappoint the boy, so we came in his place.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then you go right back home because this is no place for women.
We're not women, we're den mothers.
Well, surely some other father could take Joe's place.
We tried to get another den dad, but we couldn't find one.
You couldn't find one den dad to do it?
We tried every den dad in Danfield.
We must have dialed a dozen different den dads.
You dialed a dozen different den dads and none of them could do their duty?
You're darn right we did. We dialed a dozen different den dads, and they were all disappointed that they couldn't do their duty. But all the den dads we thought that we could depend on were all doing different duties that they had been delayed doing, heretofore. So every time I dialed a den dad, I found it different.
Hold it. We will just have to go back to town, come up here later when some dependable den dad can do it. When some other father can take over. Now, boys, I'm sorry. We have to go back to town. And
Now, Mr. Mooney, don't be too late. Next weekend is the meeting of the pack when all the dens turn in their projects.
Yeah, we need this trip to complete our project on Indian lore.
Yeah, our den hasn't completed one project all year. We may be the first Cub Scouts to ever be court-martialed.
Yes, now, Mr. Mooney, this is very important. You know, every den that completes its project gets a free trip to the World's Fair.
I know it's important, but I can't be responsible for so large a group all by myself.
You won't be by yourself.
No, we'll follow your orders, Sagamore.
Sagamore?
Well, that's Indian for leader of the clan. Come on, Mr. Mooney, say they can stay.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but I don't like to disappoint the boys.
Of course you don't.
All right, you can stay.
Hey, come here. Should we give Mr. Mooney the grand howl?
Yeah. Now, gather around the circle. All around the circle.
All right, now I want to hear from the Bobcats and the Wolves. Let's hear it for Mr. Mooney.
Thank you for the grand howl. Now, all right, now let's get busy. Let's get to work. Will you two help us take the canoe and put it in the lake?
Okay,
In the lake.
Sagamore.
Good. Meanwhile, fellas, we will start with bow and arrow practice. Get the bows right over there. Oh, Mrs. Carmichael, where are the arrows? Joe Davis, he was in charge of the arrows.
Oh, the arrows.
Yes, the arrows. Yeah. Out of the way there, boys. That's right.
Whoop.
Where the...
Did you hang on to
Yes,
those?
Yeah.
Now, let's see.
Mrs. Carmichael.
Yeah.
I don't like to disappoint you, but this is a very poor location for a souvenir stand.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, these are our Indian costumes. I thought that we should wear them while we're on this project because it helps get into the spirit of things, you know. Yeah, it helps their imagination.
Their imagination.
And I think all those things are important.
They are important. Will you get the arrows?
Oh, yes.
That's important, the arrows, yes.
Where did I put those arrows?
Well, I don't...
Oh, I know. I didn't put them in here because I was afraid they'd get broken.
Oh, dear. The arrows, where are the arrows?
On my kitchen table.
Oh, fine. Well, fellas, so much for practice with bow and arrow. Now, all right, never mind. Now, I will take you on that hike, I promise you, and we will look for Indian relics. Now, you get your canteens and your compasses, and you... Will you two kindly put that canoe in the lake as I asked you to do?
Yes, sir.
You'll do that, all right. Now, I've made a study of it, fellows, and I am sure that this whole area is loaded with arrowheads. I'm going to get my canteen right with you.
Where are you going? This way. No, you go this way, Bill. That's where we came from. The lake is the other way. Oh, come on, Bill.
Oh, now, Lucy, you know I can't walk backwards.
Oh, for heaven's sake. All right, now, wait a minute. I'll turn around.
Okay.
All right, now just swing around and go toward the lake, all right? Toward the lake now.
Hold it.
Sagamore! Mr. Mooney, are you in there?
Yes, and I'm going to stay in here. I am not coming out in this ridiculous getup.
Oh, come on, Mr. Mooney. We've all got our costumes on.
Well, oh.
Why, you look perfect.
The only way I'd look perfect would be standing in front of a cigar store.
No, really, you look so authentic. Turn sideways. If you had been born earlier, it would have been your face on that nickel.
Oh, sure.
Hi, Lucy. How'd I look? Yeah? Oh. Is that Mr. Mooney?
Yes.
Well, that's the handsomest Indian I ever saw.
See? That's what I was telling you, Sagamore. What does my chief see?
I see Green Valley. I see many herd of buffalo. I see many flock of turkey for food. I see many fish in waters. I see our canoe drifting in the middle of the lake. I see many peach trees. I see our canoe drifting in the middle of the lake.
It can't be. But it is. How could that have happened?
You probably didn't tie the rope tight enough.
Rope? All you did was take it down and put it in the lake.
You have only been here 1 hour, and already you have mislaid the arrows, knocked over the wigwam, and lost the canoe.
Well, that is something of a grim little record, isn't it?
Is there some reason you don't want these boys to go to the World's Fair?
Oh, of course not, Mr. Mooney.
Oh.
Now, for heaven's sake, we've still got lots of things we could do for the project. We got tracking in the woods. That'll look good on our report.
Oh, all right. I suppose I can take the boys on a hike. Boys, come and get ready for the hike. Braves? Oh, Braves.
Akira!
What was that?
That's the official call. Don't you know anything?
I know I'll never hear out of that ear again. Boys, oh, come on, fellows. We're going on that hike and look for Indian relics. Come on, gather around. Quickly, quickly. Now, I want to demonstrate to you boys the Indian stride. Now, watch carefully. You keep your elbows up high. Heel and toe, heel and toe, heel and toe. Now, This conserves energy. You can walk greater distances without getting tired. You see? All right, now, boys, single mile. That's right. Let me see you hit that Indian stride. Forward. Follow me. Come along. Here we go. On go.
Oh, no, thanks. I'm going to curl up on my buffalo robe and take a nap.
Okay, see you later.
Righty.
Halt! You stay.
Boy, have we got hold of a sour sagamore.
Come on, sit down. Sit with me. Relax for a while.
No, I don't feel like relaxing. You know, I feel awful about losing that canoe.
So do I.
Hey, I don't see it out in the middle of the lake anymore.
Oh?
Must have drifted into shore somewhere. Hey, I'm going to follow the edge of the lake around, see if I can find it.
Well, lots of luck.
Okay, see you later.
Okay.
Lucy!
Oh, save your hoo-hoo. This is the stupidest trick she has pulled yet. Wandering off by herself and getting lost in the mountain.
Now, she didn't do it on purpose. She's just looking for the canoe. I told you that.
Yes, you told me about 20 times. Well, I have had it. We have looked long enough. We might just as well give up and go back to camp.
Oh, no, now. We've just got to find her.
Why?
Oh, Mr. Mooney, now, you don't mean that.
I most certainly do. Now, I have had it. We are going back to camp, call the forest rangers, and report a lost den mother.
Wait a minute.
What?
Look.
Huh?
Lucy's hair.
Oh, and I wanted to be the one to scalp her.
Now, this means she's around here somewhere. Come on, let's go.
All
We'll
right,
find her.
All right. Well, now, let's see. She might be over here behind these rocks.
what? I'm lost, too.
You can't be.
Well, okay. Would you like to follow me for a few minutes to see for yourself?
Oh, this is a fine mess. Now we're both lost.
What'll we do?
I don't know. Did you bring anything to eat with you?
No, I didn't know this was going to turn into an all-day picnic.
I'm absolutely starved. About an hour ago, I saw a wild turkey, and I was so desperate I tried to catch him, but he was too fast for me.
How are you going to cook him after you caught him?
Well, I was going to catch him first and worry how to cook him later.
Good thinking.
Listen, we just got to get back to camp or I'm going to faint from hunger. Now, Viv, let's think. Maybe there's something we can remember from the Scout handbook that would show us how to get out of the woods.
I got it. What? Follow the North Star.
Oh, good. Good thinking. Not in the daylight. Damn, I see that turkey again.
Something hitting me.
Oh. It was a big rock.
How do you know?
Well, it must have been a rock. You know, this is an area where they have a lot of avalanches, a lot of falling rocks around here.
I see.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, we're so happy to see you. Do you know that we're both lost now?
Oh?
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah, you better lead us back to camp.
Oh, yeah, sure. Be glad to. Yeah, and we'd better hurry so we can get back before it gets dark.
Yes, sir.
All right, come along.
Now, Mr. Mooney.
Yes?
Mr. Mooney,
Yes.
are you sure you know the way back?
Well, of course. With a veteran woodsman like me, you couldn't go wrong. You're in better hands than if you were with Daniel Boone. Now, come on. We'll go right off this way.
The three of us are lost.
Oh, you're some Daniel Boone.
We'd have been better off with Pat Boone.
Now, being nasty won't help.
Nothing's going to help. We're just going to circle around these rocks the rest of our lives.
Oh, now. All we have to do is stay calm and keep our hopes up. We'll just stay right here in one place, and they're bound to find us.
Who, the vultures?
Tut. Let's not talk like that. Oh, my. This is going to sound nice at the pack meeting. No arrows, no canoe, no tracking, no relics, and no fun.
We fail at everything. We're never going to get to the World's Fair.
We're never even going to get back to camp.
Oh, Viv, we'll get back to camp, all right.
Do you really believe that?
No!
Neither do I.
Now. Indians don't cry.
Well, Indians don't get lost either.
No. Pull yourselves together. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, he's right, Viv. Crying isn't going to do any good.
Yep. We might as well face the situation. Sure, we all have to go sometime.
Oh, I said,
Oh, Mr.
It isn't that I mind going. It's just that I don't want to go over there. I don't get what you I was just
We tracked you, Indian style.
Oh, did you hear that? They tracked us Indian style.
Boy, we've had a swell time.
Really?
We had bow and arrow practice.
No kidding. Where'd you get the arrows?
We made arrows out of sticks.
You see, Mr. Mooney?
And we found some keen Indian relics.
You did. Buried deep in the hillside, right?
No, right in your wigwam.
Hey, bow and arrow practice, Indian relics and tracking. Our project's going to be a big success after all. Yeah, we're a cinch to get to the World's Fair.
Want us to lead you back to camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I'll lead the way. Everybody single
Okay.
file.
All right, get in there, boys. And
Okay.
remember now, everybody, keep your eye on the person ahead of you. Remember
Follow
that.
me.
Remember
Let's
that.
go.
Now. There we go. All right, let's go. There you go. There you are. That's it. Keep your eyes on the person ahead now. Remember that. Keep your eye on the person ahead of you.
Yes, I
All
heard
right,
you.
don't forget it. It's very important.
Sherman!
You, Billy Arnold, where are you?
How could you lose 16 Cub Scouts?
I told you to keep your eye on the person ahead of you.
Well, I tried, but Jerry's so little and so quick. Jerry! Sherman! Our canoe!
Ah, the canoe!
I told you it drifted into the edge of the lake. I told
Now
you.
we can paddle across to the camp.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
All right, would you? Yeah. Hold it. Now, this canoe is built to take only 2 people in safety. So, 2 of us will go across to the camp. 1 of us will come back and get the other.
Okay, Vivian, I'll send somebody
Good.
back for you.
Hold it. I am the one to get in the canoe, at least me, because I am an expert canoer.
Well, I'm the one that should go first. I've been the one that's been lost out here the longest, and I'm the hungriest. Oh, no, I have to go because I don't want to stay by myself because I'm the scaredest.
Oh, all right. We'll do this fair and square. We will draw straws.
Okay.
Now, just a minute. I'll find. Here we are. Now, we'll fix this. And there are 2 long ones and 1 short one, and the short one stays. Now,
I'll hold the straws.
you don't trust me, your Sagamore?
Oh, you were impeached as Sagamore a long time ago. I got a long one.
I got one, too.
Okay, who cheated?
All right. Come on, Mrs.
right.
Bagger. We'll get in.
Let's
Now,
go.
I'll hold it.
You hold
get
it
in.
while I get
Step in
in.
the middle there.
Are you sure it'll only hold 2?
I am absolutely positive. That's right. Now, there
Yeah,
we
you
are.
get in there?
Yes, I'm all
Okay.
set. Now,
You won't forget to come back and get me, will you?
no, but it's a tempting thought. All right, Mrs. Bagley.
Shall we
Let's-
go?
Yes, let's shove
Okay.
on. Now, we'll get the paddles out of
Listen,
here. and
Mr.
we will-
Mooney, I don't trust you.
What?
I don't trust you. I'm not taking any chances.
What?
Jerry Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Looking for money.
Oh. What do you need money for this time?
Jerry is just dying to have a bicycle for his birthday Saturday. I need $75.
Oh, boy, are you a dreamer, thinking you're going to find $75 an hour sofa.
Well, I could hardly go rooting through the sofas at the Rockefellers.
True.
Oh, dear, nothing. Whatever happened to money falling out of men's pants?
Whatever happened to men?
Viv.
No, I can't.
Why not?
I don't have $75.
Oh.
Didn't Mr. Barnsdall send you your allotment from the bank this month?
Yes, he did.
What'd you do with it?
I threw it away foolishly on groceries.
What about Chris's piggy bank?
It's empty. That poor pig was born with a table knife in its back. Oh, dear, here comes Mr. Barnsdall. Oh, I wonder what I've done wrong this time.
What makes you think you've done something wrong?
He's smiling. Good morning, Mr. Barnsdall.
Good morning, Mr. Barnsdall.
Well, it's nice to see you. Would you like to sit down?
Thank you.
Would you care for a cup of coffee?
Mrs. Carmichael, I'm here on bank business. This is not a social call.
Well, I wasn't going to drag out the party hats and the nut cups.
I'm here about your property tax. There seems to be...
Oh, well, would you excuse me, please? I couldn't stand another one of your financial rumbles.
Now, about your property tax, there's a little problem about a missing signature.
Not this year, there isn't. I specifically remember signing in all 4 places on all 4 copies.
Bully, my entire department wants to thank you.
And I'm absolutely certain that I enclosed the check.
You did. That's what you forgot to sign. That's exactly what I said when I opened the mail this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Here.
I'll see that it doesn't happen next year.
Let us hope so.
Mr. Barnsdall, while you're here, could I ask you a question?
Well?
By any chance, could I have a $75 advance on my next month's allowance? Maybe I could borrow $75 from the bank? Perhaps you could give me a $75 loan? Well, good, you're alive.
And kicking, and the answer is no.
But I really need the money, Mr. Barnsdall. Look into your heart and grant me this one thing.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Carmichael.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Carmichael. You're not sorry, and you know it. You're the meanest banker in the whole world.
Allow me to quote from your husband's will, Section 6, Paragraph 3. In no event shall you jeopardize my wife's financial position by advancing her small loans, even though she may, 1, wheedle, 2, lose her temper.
He said all that in the will?
It's all here in glorious black and white.
But I want it so I could buy Jerry a bicycle. He's got his little heart set on it. Well, I guess he'll never know the joy of riding down the street like the rest of the kids.
And 3, she will undoubtedly resort to crying.
Boy, he covered everything.
In the midst of all that bogus weeping, did I understand you to say you wanted the money to get Jerry a bicycle?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, well, that's an entirely different thing.
Oh, you're
wonderful. Boy, they don't have rumbles like they used to.
He said that he'd give me the money to buy Jerry's bicycle.
That's wonderful.
Isn't that great?
Tut.
What are you tutting about?
That isn't what I meant at all. What I meant was that this time you've got a good reason for wanting the money. And I was about to make a suggestion.
Oh, what is it?
Why don't you get a part-time job?
A job? What can she do?
Well, that's a very good question. There isn't too much demand for a reckless spender.
Oh, wait a minute. I did go to secretarial school. But, of course, that was some time ago.
Well, there you are. There are lots of calls for part-time secretaries.
There are?
Only yesterday, Mr. Irwin, a lawyer in New York, asked me if I knew of a secretary to fill in for a week.
Well, there you are. Could you recommend me?
Are you a good secretary?
Am I a good secretary?
I asked you first.
I'll have you know I was tops in my secretarial class.
Well, all right. I'll talk to my friend, Mr. Irwin. I'll let you know what he has to say.
Mr. Barnsdall.
Yes?
You're wonderful.
Please, Mrs. Carmichael. Bankers don't hug.
Hooray! I got my money. Now, let's see. What'll I wear the first day I go to work?
You haven't even got the job yet.
Oh, I will.
Lucy, were you really top of your class at secretarial school?
Sure I was. Here, how's this? I finally finished it.
That'll be fine. How many were there in the class?
What's that got to do with it?
How many?
2. But I was tops.
Oh, sure.
How's this look?
That looks fine. Where'd you stand in your knitting class? You got a thread here.
Be careful.
What'd you knit this out of, baling wire?
Here, give it to me. I'll fix it later.
Be sure to do it.
Yeah.
Lucy,
Yeah?
what makes you think you can handle a job? It's been 15 years since you went to secretarial school.
Oh, typing and shorthand never change. It's just rat-a-tat-tat and squiggly, squiggly. Good morning. I'm Lucy Carmichael, and I skipped breakfast so I get here on time, but my commuter train was late, and then I got off at the wrong subway station, and I had to run back 3 or 4 blocks. How do you do?
Well, how do you do? I'm Miss Massey.
How do you do, Miss Massey? Well, I'm all ready to go to work.
Well, let me see. Before I leave, let me point out a few things to you. This is your intercom, and these are the switches.
The intercom and the switches.
Well, of course, you know how to work it.
Oh, yes, it's sure good to see one of those things again.
Now, there is your electric pencil sharpener. Oh, and we just got a brand new electric typewriter. Oh, I hope you know how to use it.
Oh, sure, doesn't everybody?
You know, frankly, I've had a little trouble getting accustomed to using the light touch.
Oh, so did I at first.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Irwin. This is Mrs. Carmichael.
How do you do?
How do you do, Mr. Irwin?
Mr. Barnstall certainly recommended you very highly. He said you were the first in your secretarial class.
Yes, sir, I was.
Well, I'm sure you won't find it very difficult here this week. And Miss Massey, have a very wonderful vacation.
Thank you, Mr. Irwin. Well, I guess I'd better be going.
Well, thanks very much for all the things that you told me, Miss Massey, and you have a wonderful vacation, and don't you worry about a thing.
Good luck.
Bye-bye. Yes, sir? Yes, sir? Yes, sir? Hello? Hello, sir? Yes, sir? Yes, sir? Hello, sir? Hello, sir? Yes, sir? Hello, sir?
Mrs. Carmichael?
Yes, sir?
I'd like you to take dictation.
I'll be right in, sir. I'm sorry, sir, but that little gadget doesn't seem to work.
That little gadget is merely for signaling. You're supposed to pick up the phone and answer it.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Now, I want you to take a letter. It's very short. I'll dictate it here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh. Yes, sir.
This letter is going to Whitfield, Hammond, and Warwick.
What? Oh. Excuse me, sir. Yes, sir?
This letter is going to Whitfield, Hammond, and Warwick.
What?
Perhaps we can save time if you take it directly on the typewriter.
On the typewriter, sir?
Yes, that thing right there.
Yes, sir.
Whitfield, Hammond, and Warwick. Have you got that?
Well, just a second, sir.
Mrs. Carmichael, what are you doing?
Well, this electric typewriter does not seem to have a light touch, sir.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it does, once you turn it on. Whitfield, Hammond, and Warwick. Mrs. Carmichael, I think I'll go telephone Whitfield, Hammond, and Warwick.
Would you like to have me get them for you, sir?
No. Just get me some water. I think I'll better take an aspirin.
Water, sir.
Mrs. Carmichael, what are you doing now?
Well, I was trying to reach the intercom so I could talk to you on the phone and get you a drink of water.
I see. Can I have my water now?
Yes, sir. Well, you see, sir, I tried to get your water and the faucet was stuck, and then I hit it with my shoe and it broke off, and then all the water was... So I just took some of the cups and filled them up, and then I had to drink the water, and the water is filling, isn't it? And then you buzzed on the intercom, and I really don't mind standing here with my finger over the hole until you can get a repairman to fix it. I really don't. That's good thinking, sir.
Mrs. Carmichael?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir!
Mrs. Carmichael, I have a feeling this is not going to work out.
Oh, Mr. Irwin, don't fire me, please. I know I'll get better as I go along. You see, I really need the job because I need the money to buy a bicycle.
Good. Buy a bicycle. I think you're much better suited for a paper route.
No, it's not for me. The bicycle's for my little boy.
I'm afraid not.
It's for his birthday, please. Please give me another chance. Please, Mr. Irwin.
All right, Mrs. Carmichael. We'll try once more, but just once.
Oh, you're a good soul.
Now, do you think you could handle a little errand?
Oh, yes, I'm very good at errands.
All right, here's what to do. Now, you go to this office at this address.
Yes, sir.
And pick up the Madison contracts that they have waiting there for me.
Yes.
And bring the contracts to the Cavalier Restaurant on Park Avenue, where I'll be having lunch with Mr. Madison.
Right, the Cavalier Restaurant on Madison Avenue with Mr. Park. Lunch at the Madison Avenue on Park with Mr. Cavalier.
Mrs. Park!
He's really got his heart set on that bicycle. He's already bought the horn. Beep, beep. Really, yes.
All right, I'll write the whole thing down for you.
Thank you.
And be sure you get there by 12:30 sharp.
Yes, sir, I will, sir. Oh, that means I have a lot more time. I can stay here and help you around the office.
No. Why don't you go now and have a nice long lunch hour?
Good idea. I'll have time to buy the bicycle. Thank you.
Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes?
I have an idea that you might possibly need this.
Oh, of course. Thank you, sir. Goodbye. I'll see you at 12:30. Don't forget to empty the bucket. Here. Be careful now. God, don't hit us. Lift it up now. Lift it way up. Now, you sure you can handle this by yourself?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I can manage it.
Okay. I sure appreciate your being so nice. You get it there safely now, okay? Yes. Bye. Wait a minute! Stop! You're caught on my dress! Hold it! Hold it! You're stuck on my dress! Be careful! You're all under my dress!
table for one? Or would you prefer to sit at the bar?
I'm not staying. I would just like you to give this to Mr. Irwin. He's having lunch here.
Oh, you're his secretary.
Yes, I'm Mrs. Carmichael.
Well, he just called and said he would be a little late and asked for you to wait for him.
Oh, dear, I can't wait. You just give it to him when he comes in.
But he definitely said for you to wait. Something about some papers being signed. Then you were supposed to take them to the bank before 3.
Oh, dear, what am I going to do?
Well, I could give you a table in the corner.
Oh, all right, thank you.
This way, please. Would you like something to eat?
Oh, yes, I'm just famished. I haven't had any breakfast or any lunch. What do you have that's ready? I don't have much time.
Well, may I suggest a bowl of onion soup? It's our specialty.
That would be great. That'll fill me up.
All righty, I'll be right back with it.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
And don't worry about a thing. I'll let you know when Mr. Irwin gets here.
Okay, he'll be with a Mr. Madison.
All righty.
Okay.
Mrs. Carmichael!
Don't worry, Mr. Irwin. I got the contracts for you. I think that closet in the pantry is a good place to hide it, don't you?
Lucy, I gotta hand it to you. This is one of the most spectacular things you've ever pulled. A new bicycle and a new outfit, and you only worked 1 day. Now, I think I've got it all clear about the costume and the knit dress and the onion soup and all that mess. But why, if Mr. Irwin was so mad at you, did he give you a full week's salary?
I'm not sure. All he said was he couldn't stand to see a grown kangaroo cry.
I'll bet you gathered quite a crowd at that restaurant.
I gathered a much larger crowd when I went back to the toy store and got my tail caught in a revolving door.
Oh, girl, you've had quite a day.
I sure have. Oh, Jerry Carmichael, that's supposed to be a surprise for your birthday Saturday.
Let me write it down. I promise I'll be surprised Saturday.
Oh, all right, honey. Happy birthday, dear.
Happy birthday, darling.
Thanks. Hey, Sherman, Chris, come see my new boy.
Yeah, I had quite a day, but it was worth it. Did you see his face?
I sure did.
The Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Lucy, is Chris out of the bathroom yet? No. I want to get dressed. I've got to take a shower. Do you think she's ever coming out of there?
Well, I certainly hope so, because I have to wash off this beauty mask before it gets hard.
Oh, yeah. Chris is always monopolizing the bathroom. What takes her so long in there?
Oh, you know how teenagers are. If they're not washing their hair, they're rolling it up or taking it down or trying out a new style.
Yeah.
Or brushing it or spraying it or washing out the spray.
Yeah.
Or rolling it up again.
You think she'd come out of there once in a while just to give her roots a rest?
Well, one good thing, while she's in the bathroom, at least she's not tying up the phone.
Oh, can you imagine what would happen if we had a telephone in there?
Good heavens. I wouldn't see Chris until she was old enough to vote. Chris! Oh. I better get out in the kitchen and wash this off.
Yeah. Chris, are you ever coming out of there?
Well, what are you two doing?
Is that you, Aunt Lucy?
Yes, it's me, Aunt Lucy. This is a facial mask I'm wearing to make me look pretty.
Gee, Mom, I thought you looked prettier without it.
Well, thank you, honey. What's come over you two, washing in the middle of the day?
We're going to the Y.
So?
They frown on filth.
Well, I see somebody beat you to the annex.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Lucy, do you think it'd do any good if I called Chris's boyfriend and had him call her? And while they're talking on the telephone, I could rush into the bathroom and stake out a claim in the name of the great unwashed?
No, I'm afraid not.
Mom, we're going to the Y to play basketball.
Okay, darling.
Okay, Jerry, here you are. Now remember, be sure and take a shower before you come home.
Do we have to?
Yes, you have to. We do frown on filth.
Bye. Take a shower for me.
You know, Viv, one bathroom is just not enough for 5 people.
Of course it isn't. It never has been.
I'm just going to have to install a second bathroom.
Oh, now, Lucy, we've been over all of that before. You just can't afford it.
Well, there's just one thing that we're going to have to do. You and the boys and I are going to have to come out every morning, jump in the car, put the top down, ride into Danfield, and go through the car wash.
That's a thought.
Hey, you know, I could just put in a shower instead of a whole bathroom. That way it wouldn't cost so much.
Yeah, but Paisley the plumber would still charge you plenty for the labor.
Well, I'm going to call him. Maybe he's having a sale.
Maybe so.
You know, we wouldn't even have to tear down a wall. We could put the shower in that closet in the boys' room.
Hey, you better wash off that facial mask.
Why?
Because in just a few minutes, you're going to be ready for Mount Rushmore. Now, don't use all the hot water.
What? That much to install a shower? Mr. Paisley, if you don't lower your prices, you're liable to bring on socialized plumbing. Well, good day to you, too, Mr. Paisley.
What'd he say?
Just what you said he would say. Boy, these prices. Apparently, the only way to get clean is to be filthy rich. Hey, you know, if I bought the equipment and had a friend install the shower, it wouldn't cost half as much.
If the friend you have in mind is who I think it is, that friend thinks you're out of your mind.
Viv, I wouldn't ask you to do a thing like that.
Thanks.
You don't know anything about plumbing.
Who did you have in mind?
Good old Harry next door.
Oh, now, Lucy, we can't ask Harry to do anything else for us. We're always imposing on him.
That's not imposing. Harry enjoys doing things for us. It feeds his ego.
It seems to me that by now his ego would be as fat as a horse.
Well,
where are you going?
Over to Harry's. The sooner he starts on the shower, the sooner we'll have it. Oh, Harry, hi. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You just dented my bumper a little. Where are you going in such a rush?
I was going over to see you.
Forget it. I'm not there.
That's funny. You're funny, Harry.
What did you want to see me about?
Oh, well, what'd you come over here for?
To invite you lovely girls to lunch.
Oh, great. Come on, Lucy, let's get dressed.
No, we can't go.
Why not?
Well, don't you remember, Viv? I was going over to Harry's. Don't you remember? I was going to invite him over here for lunch.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was. She was. That's right.
Now, you just sit down, Harry, relax, get nice and comfy, and I'm going to make you your favorite dish, Eggs Benedict.
Hold it. All right, Lucy, what do you want me to do?
Whatever do you mean?
I have learned from bitter experience that any time you offer me anything more than a peanut butter sandwich, you have something you either want repaired, shoveled, lifted, or taken out of a trap and buried.
Well, that just shows you how wrong you can be, Harry.
Oh, Harry, you have such a suspicious nature.
You mean you just want me to have lunch? I don't have to do anything?
Not a thing.
Oh, well, thanks.
Unless, of course, you'd like to show your appreciation by installing an extra shower for me.
I knew it. Install a shower. That's a big job.
Well, Harry, I don't mean for you to do it now while I'm fixing your lunch. I mean, do it next weekend.
Couldn't I just have a peanut butter sandwich?
Harry, it's a snap.
Come on, Lucy. I'm no plumbing expert.
Oh, you're so modest. You know, you're a whiz at fixing stopped-up sinks.
Well, that's a lot different than installing a whole shower. I can't do that by myself.
Oh, well, you'll have help.
Yeah, who?
Well, come in.
Hi, Tootsie.
Hi, Eddie.
Eddie.
Hi, Lucy.
Hey, we were just talking about you.
You were?
Yeah. How would you like some Eggs Benedict?
Yeah. How would you like some Eggs Benedict?
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Just marvelous.
I'm coming.
Hi, Harry.
Hi, Ed.
Want you to meet Joe Melvin. This is Harry Connors.
How are you?
Hello, Joe.
Nice to see you.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I just discovered I don't know a snake from a plumber's friend.
Wait a minute. Hey, where are the girls?
They're out shopping. Why?
My boy, how would you like to get out of this whole ugly mess?
Great, but how?
I've got a plan. You see, Joe here is a plumber from Ridgebury. Buddy! Now, would you be willing to put out a little money to get out of installing that shower?
Is it under $1 million?
I'll give you my rock bottom price.
You got a deal.
All right, my boy, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to tell the girls that Joe here is an old friend of ours who'll do the job for nothing. Then we split the bill, take the weekend off, and the girls don't know the difference. Is that good?
Good. It's inspired.
Do you mind if I ask a question?
No, go ahead. Why don't you just tell the two ladies the truth? Because they'd never go for it.
Now, they don't mind us giving up our weekends or breaking our back, but they never allow us to pay you.
After all, they've got their pride.
Oh. Well, look, I better get to work. You guys started paying me the minute I walked through that door.
I'll show you where the shower goes.
Yeah.
It's in the closet in the boys' room.
Now, Harry, remember, we tell the girls that we meant to do the job with Joe. But suddenly you have to take a flight to Honolulu, and I've got a client in town from L.A. And then we stay out of their way for the entire weekend. You got it?
I gotta hand it to you, Eddie. I always knew you were clever, but you turned out to be positively crafty. Come on, to work, boy. To work.
Well, how's it going, Joe?
Oh, it ought to be finished in an hour or two.
Good. Gee, you must be a good friend of Eddie and Harry's to let them take advantage of you like this.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure.
Do you know how much a real plumber would charge for this?
How much?
Oh, I'd hate to tell you. You know what robbers they all are.
Now, just a minute. Some of my best friends are plumbers.
Oh, well, of course there are good ones and bad ones.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, Joe?
Well, I'm... Well, what do you think I do?
Well, from the looks of your sensitive hands, I'd say you were a doctor.
You guessed it.
I can always tell.
Yeah.
Mom, can we watch Joe?
Well, you can if you don't bother the man.
We won't.
All right, sit down there and be quiet now. He's very, very busy, so be quiet.
Well, there it is, Jerry. A shower right in our room. We won't have any excuse for not washing again.
That's one of the most depressing sights I have ever seen. Hey, Joe, where's the bathtub?
Well, this is a stall shower. There's no tub.
This is different from our other shower.
Then I can get out of using this one on a technicality.
How come?
There's no place to sell my boat.
Joe, where does the water go out?
Oh, right there.
How come it's covered up?
Well, you see, this is a test plug. It has to stay screwed on over the drain until the inspector okays it.
Oh. What's an inspector?
Now, I told you not to bother the man. Come on, downstairs. Why don't you go out and play or something? Well, how's it going, Joe?
Well, it would go a lot faster if you wouldn't keep coming in here every few minutes asking, how's it going, Joe?
Yeah, I suppose so. Joe, isn't that shower head a little low?
It's the standard height.
Well, it looks a little low to my eye. I think it should be about 5 inches higher.
Look, it's too late to do anything about it now. It's already in.
Yeah, and the way it's in, Joe, that's a pretty sloppy caulking job.
I'm not finished with it yet.
Well, I suppose I shouldn't complain. After all, you are an amateur. Oh, nothing personal, Joe. Say, should you be using that wrench on that?
Just what do you suggest I use?
Well, I think you should use that doohickey right there. You're liable to mar that hardware with that wrench.
How would you like to do this yourself?
Well, now, let's not get huffy.
I'm not getting huffy.
Well, now, for a doctor, you have very nasty bedside manners.
What would you say if I told you I was a plumber?
Well, if you are, you could fool the panel on What's My Line.
Well, it just so happens I am a plumber.
You are not. You're a doctor friend of Eddie's and Harry.
I never saw them before in my life. And the only operation I ever performed was removing a spoon from a garbage disposal.
Well, if you're not a friend, why are you doing this?
Because they're paying me.
They're paying you? Where are you going?
I'm quitting.
If they're paying you, you can't quit.
Lady, there isn't enough money in the world to get me to finish this job. Here.
Wait a minute. What do you want me to do with this?
Finish it yourself with a doohickey.
What's he mumbling about?
He just walked out on the job.
Well, that's a fine thing for a friend of Eddie and Harry's to do.
Friend. He isn't even a doctor.
Who isn't even a friend or a doctor?
I'll bet he isn't even a plumber.
Who isn't even a friend or a doctor or a plumber?
Oh, wait till I get my hands on those two sneaks.
What two sneaks. Lucy, will you please tell me what you're talking about?
I'll tell you later, while we're finishing the shower.
Wait a minute. What do you mean while we are finishing the shower?
Oh, it won't be hard. Well, there's nothing much to do but hang the door and put in the faucet handles. He was almost finished.
Who was almost finished? The friend, the doctor, the plumber, or one of the two sneaks?
Go get on your working clothes and I'll tell you.
Now, Lucy, I've helped you do a lot of things, but I draw the line at plumbing.
Now, Viv, do you want to hear the story about the friend, the doctor, the plumber, and the two sneaks, or don't you?
Oh, the things I do to bring a little drama into my life.
Get yourself dressed and hurry back. There. Now, that wasn't bad, was it?
No, as a matter of fact, that was pretty simple.
You know, I don't know why those two sneaks didn't do this themselves instead of throwing all that money away on that plumber.
Well, I don't know why they didn't do it either, but I don't know why you're so mad at them for being willing to pay for it. We're willing to have them do it for free.
Well, that's different. One's charity and one's friendship. Besides, do you realize if they hadn't spent all that money on Joe, they could have spent it on us?
You're right. They are a couple of sneaks.
Hey, you get out and turn on the water main. We'll see how this works, huh?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. You better take this. I think it's going to be a little hard to turn.
Whoa, okay.
Hurry up now.
Are you sure you used the right washers?
Washer?
Yeah, those little round things.
So that's what they were. Oh, dear. Come on in here and help me turn off this water.
Okay, well, I do.
Well, come on in here. Get a hold of this one over here.
Turn it off?
Yeah, well,
we can't turn it off.
Well, tighten them up. Tighten them up.
Tighten the that's all I got. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, gee. Come on now. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh. can't. You're too busy forgetting to put washers on faucets. You know, that wouldn't have mattered if you hadn't been so clumsy and done something to that water main. Well, I wouldn't have broken the water main if you hadn't been too cheap to hire a plumber to come in here and finish this shower. All right. No sense in fighting. We gotta get some help. Where? Well, maybe somebody will come by the house and save us. Who? Some door-to-door frogman? Start treading! Start treading! I just now thought of something. What? Did you pay this much water bill? Sure I did. That was a dumb thing to do. How did I know this was going to happen? Oh, well. I didn't know the water was so high. You know what we're going to have to do? What? We're going to have to kick this door in. We're going to have to break the glass. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Go ahead, kick it. Oh, no, you don't. That's too dangerous. Not that I'm afraid of cutting myself, but the blood might draw sharks. Viv, huh? Do you think we could squeeze out through the top? We might not have to. In a few minutes, we'll be able to float out. Oh, Lucy. Hey, girl. What? Didn't you say that cover was held on by screws? Yeah. Well, we're going to have to unscrew it. We're going to have to unscrew it? Yeah. We can't. We haven't got a screwdriver. I have. You have? Yeah. Well, now you tell me. Oh, boy. You know, you'd think that the people who designed this thing would prepare for an emergency exit. I doubt if an emergency like this crops up very often. Are you going to go down there and get it out, Lucy? Yes. Come on, you'll get all shriveled if you don't. Shriveled? Yeah. Come on. I don't know about you, but I'm not pre-shrunk. Hit the top ball. Hit the top ball. Okay. Are you going? Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Go. Hang on to me. Hang on to me. Well, hang on to me. That's it. Go. Rip. Hey. Go. Oh, Lucy, you're great. You're great. Oh, oh. Oh, boy, where's Lloyd Bridges when you need him? Come on. Get the cover. Yeah. Get the cover. Ready? Go. Hang on, Lucy. Hang on. There you go. Are you getting it, Lucy? Oh, Lucy, we're safe. We're safe. Want a cup of coffee, Viv? In a minute. Lucy, what kind of a house is this? An hour ago, we were awash. Now I want a drink that makes me thirsty. I'm so sick of that shower, I may never wash again. I may have to learn to lick my paws like a cat. What plumber did you get, Paisley? No, Joe. Joe? How did you ever get him to come back after all he said? It took all my diplomacy, all my tact, and all my spending money for the next 6 months. I'd feel sorry for you if I weren't so waterlogged. I guess I shouldn't complain. You know, all that water could have seeped through the plaster, and I would really have had some expense. So actually, I came out ahead. Lucy, I want to tell you something. This is absolutely the last time I slip into my coveralls to be an apprentice on one of your dreadful little projects. Oh, now, these are things we're going to look back on and laugh at one day when we're old and gray. And from the way things are going, that may be next week. Well, you'll have to... Oh, soon. I'll bet we're going to have to plaster the whole ceiling. Wait, Lucy, absolutely not. No. Now, Viv, listen. You have never learned how to plaster, and it's all you need to round you out, and you'll be a perfect Mrs. Fix-It.
The Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Did you get the kids to school on time?
Huh?
Did you get the kids to school on time?
Yeah, just made it. Viv, we have got to get up earlier so the kids don't keep missing that school bus.
Either that or sleep with our clothes on.
I was never so embarrassed in my life.
What happened?
A little girl asked Jerry if I was his mother, and he said, "No, I've never seen that woman before in my life." How do the mothers of other kids get out of bed in time to get them off to school?
Those mothers have husbands who push them out of bed.
Yeah, that's true. Well, tomorrow morning we get up earlier.
That's what you said yesterday morning.
Well, this time I mean it.
You said that yesterday morning, too.
Well, Viv, we gotta start someplace. Who could that be?
Hello? Oh, hi there. Yeah, she's here. It's Howard McClay. He must be very interested in you to be calling you at 8 a.m.
Boy, I'm glad it's not Phonovision. Hello, Howard. Oh, fine, thank you. Oh, I always get up early. Yeah, I like to be up and dressed and look pretty for the children before they go to school. Oh, I had a good time Saturday night, too. Oh, but then I always have a good time with you, Howard. Oh, well, I'm glad you like my dress. Thank you. Oh, tonight? Oh, I'd love to. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. 7:30. Oh, wonderful. All right, Howard. Bye.
Well?
He wants me to go to dinner tonight.
Oh, good. Let's see now, what'll I wear?
Viv, he asked me to dinner.
I mean to your wedding.
Oh, really, Viv? Just because I've gone out with Howard 3 times doesn't mean that I'm serious about him.
Anyone who giggles and talks mushy at this time of the morning has got to be serious.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Where are you going? Some romantic spot for a candlelight supper?
No, nothing like that. Dinner at the boss's house.
Uh-huh. That's it.
Uh-huh. That's what?
Once you get the boss's okay, the ring is practically on your finger. Congratulations, Mrs. McClay.
Oh, will you stop? This is nothing but a social evening.
Uh-huh.
What's that aha for?
Didn't you tell me that they were thinking of making Howard a partner in his law firm?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Don't you ever run out of ahas?
Before they make him a partner, the boss wants to see what kind of a woman he's going to marry. And believe me, Lucille, you could do a lot worse than to marry an attractive, intelligent, well-to-do lawyer like Howard McClay.
You know, Viv, every day and every way you sound more and more like my mother.
I only tell you these things for your own good.
Yes, Mother.
Now, Lucy, I mean it. Howard's a very attractive man, even if he is a little stuffy.
He isn't stuffy, he's conservative.
Uh-huh. You're defending him. That proves that you're serious. Oh, Lucy, I can see it all now. Yesterday, in a simple ceremony, Mrs. Lucille Carmichael became the bride of Howard McClay, well-known attorney of the firm of Donahue, Pomerantz, Lombardi, and, if this dinner tonight goes like I hope it will, McClay.
Well, I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to leave you waiting at the church, and I wouldn't want to cheat you out of singing Oh, Promise Me, but I am not going to marry Howard McClay. I am merely going to dinner with him and... Ooh, I forgot something else I got to do tonight. Well, I'll just have to call Howard back and cancel.
Over my dead body.
But I promised little Jerry I'd help him with his nature project for the Cub Scouts tonight.
Oh, dear. Now, couldn't you do both?
Well, maybe I could. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give Jerry an early dinner, I'll help him with the project, and then I'll go on my date.
Yes, you do that.
Yeah, that'll work out all right.
La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 da, da. La, 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 la. La, la, la,
Okay, Mom, I'm ready.
All right, I'll be right down, dear. Eesh, what do you do with all those bugs?
This is my nature craft project.
Those creepy things?
I told you I was collecting bugs.
Oh, bugs. I thought you said buds. You know, like rosebuds, camellia buds, magnolia buds.
Mom, I'm a Cub Scout, not a campfire girl.
All right, dear. What do you want me to do?
First, we have to put the bugs to sleep.
How do I do that? Sing 'em Rockabye Baby?
No. First, you take a piece of cotton.
Yeah,
Then you put some alcohol on it.
yeah.
Then you drop it in the jar.
Oh, alcohol. Well, that's not so bad. At least they'll go with a smile on their lips.
Now, after you've killed them, I'll mount them on this board.
Oh. Well, why don't you let me put them on the board and you put them to sleep?
Okay.
How do I mount them on the board?
You stick pins to them.
I stick pins through them? Oh, dear. I think I'd rather send them to that final picnic in the sky. Okay, let's see here now. Cicindela limbata. Yeah, that's what you are, all right.
More commonly known as a tiger beetle.
Oh?
Here, take a good look.
Oh. My, he has a face only a mother tiger beetle could love. Well, let's get at it. Sorry to do this, old man. There you are. Stagmomantis carolina.
Isn't he a beauty?
Yeah, if you say so.
That's another name for a praying mantis.
Oh, a praying mantis. Oh.
What's the matter?
Shouldn't we wait till he's through praying?
Oh, come on, Mom.
Okay. Oh, he was a brave little rascal. Didn't even ask for a cigarette or a blindfold. What's this? A Lepidoptera blancus.
That's my prize. It's a royal white butterfly.
My, he's tiny.
I was sure lucky to find him. They don't usually fly any further north than Virginia.
Well, your little wings must be tired.
What's this? Where are all the flowers?
Oh, I made a mistake, Viv. Jerry's project was not buds, it's bugs.
Bugs?
Yeah, well, it's very fascinating. See, now, for instance, here we have Lepidoptera blancus. It's very rare.
It took me 3 weeks to find it.
It'll take me 3 weeks to learn how to pronounce it.
Oh, he got away.
Oh, no.
He got away. Here.
Careful, Mom, you'll crush him.
Now, how else am I going to catch him?
I'll go get my net. You keep an eye on
All right. Where'd he go, Viv?
I don't know. I don't see him.
Oh, dear. Here, Lepidopter, here, Leppy. Come on, Leppy.
Oh, Lucy, stop calling him.
What? Oh, no.
Oh. Isn't that, Mama?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. It's too late. He got away.
Oh, Mom!
Well, I'm sorry. Now, don't worry. I'll find you another butterfly.
You won't have it in time for the den meeting.
When's the den meeting?
Day after tomorrow.
Well, honey, that gives me 48 hours. Now, I'll find you another one, I promise.
Oh, no, you won't.
Where are you going?
To bed.
Aren't you going to finish the project?
What's the use without my prize butterfly? This is the most blackest day of my entire life.
Oh, dear.
He's really taking it hard.
Oh, I feel awful. Well, I'll get him another butterfly if I have to go all the way to Virginia.
Yeah.
Dear. Oh, that must be Howard.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let's see how you look. Straighten that dress. Oh, your hair.
What's the matter with it?
Well, it doesn't look very good, but don't worry about it, dear.
Can I answer the door?
Yes. Oh, Lucille.
What?
Maybe you should have worn your blue dress. It does so much more for your eyes.
Oh, really, Viv? If you keep this up, I'm going to make you a present for Mother's Day.
Straighten up. Don't slump.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Good evening, Howard.
Good evening, Lucille.
Won't you come in?
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. McClay.
Good evening, Mrs. Bagley.
I'll get my coat.
Oh, allow me to help.
Oh, thank you. There we are.
Doesn't Lucille look lovely tonight?
Lucille always looks lovely.
I must say, you two make a very handsome couple.
Well, thank you. Excuse us for rushing off like this, but Mr. Donahue's a stickler for punctuality.
Oh, you don't want to keep your senior partner waiting.
That's right.
Good night, Viv.
Good night,
Have a
Mrs.
good
Bagley.
time.
Thank you.
A wonderful time.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. McClay, don't worry about getting Lucille home early.
Don't wait up, Mom. I have my own key. Oh, what a charming patio, Mrs. Donahue.
Well, thank you. I thought because the weather had been so warm lately, it would be nice to eat outdoors.
Oh, it'll be delightful.
Mrs. Carmichael.
Thank you.
Allow me, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Donahue.
That's all. Well, I suppose you've heard. I'm thinking of making Howard a full partner in my law firm.
Really, sir? Well, you couldn't find a better man.
Frankly, I think you'd make a pretty good partner yourself.
Oh, now, Mr. Donahue, are you proposing?
Speaking of proposing, I propose we have dinner.
Oh, by the way, sir, have you read my brief on the Webster case?
Excellent. In fact, it's so good, I'm going to let you go to court with it.
Well, thank you, sir. That's quite an honor.
You'll deserve to be a partner if you can pull that one out of the fire. Anything wrong?
No, just a bug.
Oh, well, if they bother you, we can eat inside.
Oh, no. I like it out here with the bugs.
She likes bugs?
Wrong bug.
Do you always look for bugs?
Oh, no, not always. It's just that earlier this evening I lost one.
Well, we certainly hope you find it. Don't we, Howard?
Yes, by all means.
Missed it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ella, please be more careful.
Oh, it wasn't Ella's fault, really. It was my fault. I'm terribly sorry. I was trying to catch that little butterfly.
Really, Mrs. Carmichael?
I'm terribly sorry. Don't blame
Sorry,
Ella.
Mrs. Carmichael. It's the first time you come to our
Well,
house.
that's all right. It was entirely my fault.
Ella, be a little more careful. Well, I must say, Mrs. Carmichael, you're quite a bug lover.
Oh, it's not me. It's my son. Yes. You see, he's a Cub Scout. Here, bug. Here, bug. He's a Cub Scout, and he has a very interesting insect collection, and I'm helping him with it. Bug, 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 bug. Bug, 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 bug. Here. See, he lost a Lepidoptera blancus, and I'm trying to help him find it. Oh, get away from here. You're not a Lepidoptera. You're an imposter. Yes, he has a very interesting insect collection. He has flies and beetles and spiders and caterpillars, and he sticks pins in them.
I'm sure that must be very fascinating.
Oh, it is. It is. In case you see a Lepidoptera blancus, be sure and let me know. That's a little white butterfly.
Oh, my goodness, I was afraid to ask.
No, it's a little white butterfly, and it has blue markings on the wings, and it just like... Don't move! Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. And you know what? This is not a Lepidoptera. It's an entirely different bug. Well, those things will happen.
Hurry up now. You've already missed the school bus.
We know that, Viv.
Lucy, you've just got a few minutes now. Do you think you can get the kids to school on time?
Well, I can if I don't have to stop and answer your questions.
Boy, what a grouch.
Well, if you're so worried, why don't you drive them?
Nothing doing. It's your turn this week.
I'll wait in the car. Hurry up, everybody.
Okay.
Bye, Mom. Bye, honey. Wipe those scrambled eggs off your face.
How come you're always the last one to finish eating?
I have the smallest mouth.
Come on, you'll be late for school.
I'm not going to school today.
What are you talking about? All right, Chris, lay off that horn. All right, young man, what's this all about?
If I go to school, I have to go to the Cub Scout meeting this afternoon.
So?
I told everyone I had this white butterfly. I can't turn in my project without it. And if I don't turn in my project, I won't be able to go on the field trip.
What field trip?
We're going to spend a whole day on a herpetoриum.
What's a herpetorium?
It's a snake farm.
Oh, a snake farm.
They got rattlesnake, cobra, copperhead.
Yeah, well, it'd be a shame to have you miss seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, come on. I'll get you a white butterfly by the time you get home today. Come on.
Hold it, Mom.
What?
That's what you said yesterday.
Well, I spent all day yesterday alerting everybody and tacking up signs saying white butterfly wanted.
Mom, butterflies can't read.
Oh, well, come on. We'll be late. All right. Oh, listen, Viv, if that's Howard McClay, tell him I'll call him back.
Is he still speaking to you after what happened last night?
Oh, yes, he recovered. I'm having dinner with him Saturday night.
Hello? Yes, you... Wait. Hold it, Lucy.
Yeah?
Yes? You did? Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I'll tell her. What? That was Mr. Hofstetter at the drugstore. He just saw a white butterfly in that park across the street from the courthouse.
Good. I'll pick it up as soon as I get the kids back.
Wait a minute! Lucy, you can't go running all over town in your... bathrobe.
Alone, mister?
Oh, thanks, Fred.
I'm looking for a Lepidoptera blancus.
Of course you are, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little white butterfly with blue markings. Mr. Hofstadter said it flew into the park.
Of course it did.
We didn't have to see it.
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't have to be afraid. They're perfectly harmless.
You are? I mean, they are.
Yeah, there it goes.
And here we go. Let's get away from this woman.
Lady, look what you did!
I'm terribly sorry. Huh.
Who's gonna pay for these?
Thank you, Mrs. Wickenhauser, for your eyewitness account of the accident to my client.
Surely.
You may cross-examine.
Mrs. Wickenhauer, you say that you were in the lobby of the Danville Bank building at 10 o'clock in the morning when the accident presumably occurred.
That's right.
And isn't it true that you were dressed in your bathrobe and nightgown?
That's right.
Your Honor, I object.
I'm only questioning the credibility of the witness.
Objection overruled. Proceed.
I've never seen a woman in downtown Danville at 10 o'clock in the morning in her nightclothes. Mrs. Wickenhauser, would you like to explain why you were so dressed?
Well, I drove my husband to work. He left his lunch in the car, and I was taking it back to him. If he doesn't get his corned beef sandwich and some of my homemade coleslaw, he's in an awful snit.
And this witness expects the court to believe that the women of Danville have so little pride and to appear in a public building in nightclothes.
Your Honor, I fail to see what the witness's clothing has to do with this case. Objection sustained. Proceed.
Now, Mrs. Wickenhauser, you said that you were standing right next to the plaintiff. Were there other people around?
Oh, yes.
Lucille!
How many?
Oh, Howard. Oh, hello, Mr. Donahue. Pardon me, I gotta get that.
Order in the court. Order in the court. Bailiff, remove this person from this courtroom. Order in the court. McLeay. Mr. McLeay. This is nothing more than a cheap theatrical stunt to prejudice the jury.
Your Honor, believe me, Mr.
Donahue, I expect you in my chambers immediately. I want an explain. Order. Bailiff, remove this woman from the courtroom. Order in the court.
Oh, he's a beauty. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I promised my son that I'd get this for him. Wait a minute now, let me get him. I don't want to injure him. Oh, isn't he a beauty?
Madam, this happens to be a court of law. And would you be so kind as to remove this net from my head?
Yes.
I declare a mistrial. Jury's dismissed. Court is adjourned.
Miss Carmichael.
Terribly sorry.
We had this case won until you walked in.
Oh, Mr. Donahue, I'm terribly sorry, but I just did it for my little boy. Weren't you ever a Cub Scout, and didn't you ever lose your Lepidoptera blancus? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Howard, I guess our Saturday night date is more or less off, huh?
All right. Put her out to me.
Well?
Well? even if you couldn't think of me as a date, do you think you could think of me as a client?